So I know that there's been a lot of questions to a lot of people who test out tuning. So, I want to reiterate this to the people that don't know. Glenn Pearson, I believe I'm saying that right. I have never met Glenn. I think I may have talked to him on the phone once or twice. I do talk to him over Messenger pretty frequently. Glenn reached out to me when I made a post about the tuning, asking, "Hey, I want to test it. I want to make a big video about me testing all the tuning." I said, "Sure, here you go. Go ahead, test it." I gave him my file with all my coding unlocked, so that way he could test it. I put 100% trust in him because of how he presented himself to test my file out. He is not getting paid. He is told to be completely honest. If he sees something that he personally doesn't like, he immediately messages me. We talk about it. And if it's something that I think should stay, I will explain to him why I think it should be that way, and we'll talk about it some more. Otherwise, if he thinks, or we think, or I think that, it might be beneficial to a customer to change said thing, I do it. Glenn, like I said, is not paid for his time. I do not send him free parts or stickers or anything else. What the hell was I thinking of? Hold on. Shit. He will tell people flat out, his Sofa King tune, he's had zero issues with it. It just doesn't make the power mine does. I want to say, I think he runs either a Sofa King or a GDE trans tune plus my engine tune right now, because something with his setup, my trans tuning just didn't like it, which that was a first for me. So I've been trying to get around to building him a specific transmission file for his truck. Anyway, so the tow testing. I'm sure people can hear my truck as it speeds up and down in the background. So we started in Amarillo, Texas, and we're driving to central Wisconsin. We're pulling the 24-foot closed. It weighs 10,000 pounds. Obviously, it's more than the truck can handle. Well, more than the truck's rated for. It's got electronic braking, so I'm not really worried about stopping. So here's where we're at right now. So Amarillo, Texas is 4,000 feet above sea level. Where we're going in Wisconsin is about 850 feet above sea level. So you would think it's downhill, which unfortunately it's not. It is very hilly through Oklahoma, Kansas. It's pretty much hilly the whole way. So we are doing this tune at 70 miles an hour, 7th gear, which puts the truck at 2250, 2300 RPMs. Real quality RPM. Honestly, it could probably be a little bit higher RPM, but I don't really want to drive any faster with the trailer I have on here because I don't want all my shit falling over in it. So with that being said, cruising down the highway, we're seeing EGTs as low as 700. The average, when it's daylight out, traveling across a flat surface, we're low to mid 900s. I was getting too much smoke pulling the trailer up hills, and I've pretty much told people that when they bought tuning, like, hey, like if you want to tow heavy, you gotta let me know so I can back the fuel off so that it's not smoking. So what we have here is we have the wideband gauge in, so we can watch our air fuel ratio. So like I'm going up a hill right now, it dropped to 17-1. I'm trying to get that to 18-1 when we're climbing the small hills. I really don't want to see it go any richer than 18-1 going up hills because I want to keep the EGTs at a real comfortable number. We've gotten random peaks of 1500. Now, random peaks of 1500 means extremely high load, but not going anywhere. So, like, if you were to just wide open throttle it, it would fly up crazy because it's dumping all this fuel to get you moving. And so it needs to go rich in order to get the truck moving. So when you want to tow no matter what tune you have on, you could have even my race tune on, you always want to speed up at a slow acceleration, and when you're pulling weight like this, you want to pull it almost to 3,000 RPMs before you go to the next gear, rather than shifting at like 2,400, because then you're never going to get up to the speed you need to. After you drive around a little bit and you pull a trailer, you'll be able to find the sweet spot in the torque band of where you want to go. But climbing grades, I'm trying to keep it at 1,300 or less. So we'll see what we come up with pulling this. The whole idea is that by how big and heavy this trailer is, that I should never have to worry about a customer putting a trailer on their truck and them frying their turbo or something because the tune was too hot. You know what I mean? So it's definitely something that we're working on to basically give everyone a tow tune with their tuning that's absolutely perfect, where you can flip to the tow tune and you don't have to think about it. You can just drive. So right now what we've been doing is that I lock it down into 7th and I cruise at 70 miles an hour. Now as I start going up a hill, when I feel like the EGTs start climbing as I'm going up the hill, after it climbs about 100 degrees, I drop it into 6th. And I leave it in 6th until we crest the hill, and then I move it back to 7th and let the transmission do the work on its own. The thing with EGTs are, and that I want everyone to know, is that the lower the gear you are and the more RPMs, the lower your EGTs are going to be, because you're moving more air. The problem with EGTs is when you get high EGTs, you got not enough air and you got too much fuel. Now there's obviously a couple other instances involved too. You could have too high of timing, things like that. So we might even go in and play with the timing a little bit and reduce the timing in the load areas where you'd be pulling a trailer. The problem with timing is fuel timing. When you put the start of injection before top dead center, the more advanced the injection is, the cooler the exhaust gas temperature is going to be coming out, because it's had time to cool off in the cylinder. The problem is you're going to build more pressure and more heat in the cylinder, and then you're looking at head gaskets. So like I said, we're putting a heavy beating on this truck to make sure that our customers in stock form are going to be able to use the truck almost for what a Cummins should be used for. Eventually we're going to head stud it and some other things like that, and then all the testing goes out the window. We'll probably have to get another truck to test stockish stuff on. But I think we got enough customers out there that are willing to try stuff out. So, damn it! I turned my cruise off like an idiot. Yes. So, look, the Canadians just commented on my post. Let's go see what kind of crap that they posted.